Turn this music down a little bit. There we go. I hope everyone's doing just swell and fine. It's a lovely rainy day over here today. Oh, the Dwarven Warrior has followed. Hello, Dwarven Warrior. I hope you are well. Lucky Loki, Linmiches, hello everyone. I hope you are doing swell. I'm just getting my gloves on. Sorry I'm late today. I was 15 minutes late yesterday, and I think I'm a half hour late here today. I was just going and grooming Zelda and her skin infection, just with the fungus that she's got. Trying to get that taken care of. She is no longer double coned. Big news, big announcement. Zelda only has one cone now. She has stopped mauling her feet and her legs. And I think I had found the cause of the issue. It seems that she was allergic to, because she has allergies. This litter spray that I was using seemed to be irritating her feet, and so it was making them itchy, so she was chewing and licking them, and yeah. If anyone is the anxiety princess, it is you. Yeah. No, she's doing okay. She's doing well, Loki. It's just trying to take care of, like, really, I think possibly the last health issue with her, and she should be back to mostly normal. I'm thrilled to say that. Like, she's been doing really poorly for the last couple years now. So the idea of having her back to some semblance of normal, I couldn't be more ecstatic. But that is not why we're here today. We are here for Stinky Boys. Nope, let's adjust my chair. So today I was thinking of working on all these plasma weapons. So let's see if we can get that started going here. Eh? This dark style is appealing. Yeah, thank you. I'm really, I don't like the box art for Nurgle, Death Guard. I feel it's a little too bright. But so, like, with this here, I'm trying to really make it, my lighting setup really exaggerates everything here, but if, like, I turn it upside down, you can see, like, it's actually, like, almost black at the dark parts, and then, like, only the highlighter areas, bamboo fiber, kind of have, like, that dark green. So yeah, it's quite the dark looking army. I really enjoy it, because when we do have it like this, details like these, they just pop so much, right? I'm a real ninja. Chris, do not see my message. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Loki. Or Shay. Hello, Shay. Lovely to see you. Christ does not believe in the ninja. I know that the first one was a type autocorrect, but I don't know if Linmiches was joining in on the fun with it. Even within my family, sometimes autocorrect will call me Christ. Believe in me, not in the ninja. But yeah, so just let's hydrate our wet palette a little bit here. Yeah. And how is everyone doing today? Are you guys doing good? I hope you guys are doing good. I think it'll look crazy on a Plague Marine. Oh. I'm going to do... Yeah, I missed the first one. I'm going to do a Plague Marine in the style of the bottom right with the yellow and pink as my Fabulous Marine. Ooh. Let's take a look here. Oh. Come on, what's going on here? Ah! My Spotify is not there, and come on, camera, like, I'm seeing the camera's getting wavy. Go home, camera. All right. There we go. Jeez. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm always having technical difficulties with Spotify. It's a serious bummer fest. Let's see here. If I do the March, is that no? Yeah. Gotta do like a new window capture almost every time for it. And then we're gonna go bloop. There are like modules you can do for Windows. Unfortunately, I'm a Mac user, and what they do is they allow it to read the text of what's playing in Spotify or like your music player of choice, and so from there you can just make it read the file to say what the thing is. But alas, again, not for Mac users. So yes, you were sending this. Let's take a look at this. Ah, excellent. This was with your color changes. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, the pink and green is pretty cool. Ah, and he's got the smiley face on his knee. I like it. All right, so yes, I'm going to use these two colors for my plasma. So let's get this guy out of here. We're going to just pick one. So I've got 4 people with plasma weapons. And I kind of prepped them ahead of time last night. And we all know how much I like using the fluorescent colors. So let's start with a rifle. This way I have more surface area to be able to work with and run with. And you know, I could probably up the exposure right now. It's a bit of a dark day today. There we go. Gonna be interesting with the mix of pink metals, though. Wow! Hello, Orcrist! Or Orcs Painting? Not Orcrist. That's a different person. Hello, Orcs Painting. How are you doing today? Or Paint Shop. Lovely to see you. Can someone give a shout out for Ryan? That's Orcs Paint Shop. My brain's not working today, man. Oh, hello, Breach. Driving home at red light. Ah, so right here I can see I don't have it fully white. It looks like the so Ryan images. You did exactly as I asked. You little rascal. You did do exactly word for word what I asked for there. Ah, you stinker. Alright. So, I hope you're doing good today, Ryan. How's it going? I'm doing really well, Breach. How are you doing? So the metallics I was using are super thin, super thin. It's the model air color metallics, and it's so thin. It's almost like a wash, or like an ink. And so as soon as it touched the base of these plasma coils, it started climbing up them, due to the capillary action of wanting to go up the narrow space, being pulled up it. You're doing better than yesterday, Breach? I'm really happy to hear that. Oh, you're loving today? Ah, oh, that's what I like to hear. Yep. I wonder if this is going to be, if these are going to be the models that I decide to get brave with OSL. Because the effect would be really good on these ones. It would be really, really good. Alright, so, we've got that. Construction around me. There is construction. Can you hear it? I was hoping no one would be able to hear it. I can turn the music up a bit. Actually, looking at it, let's see, is the track going to get a little louder? I think it will. Let's see. Yeah. I'm just going to bring that up to what the lowest point of my mic is, and that should cover most of the construction. It's getting worse before it gets better. You know what? That's absolutely true, Limaches. A lot of the times, things are going to be worse before they get better. There's going to be a little bit of struggle, a little bit of hardship, but you got this. You know, I know you got this. I appreciate your optimistic outlook. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Ellen Mitches is going through some hard stuff as well right now, so you know, it's she can share your hardship with you there. All right, so that's the first little bit there. So that's gonna need to dry. So while I'm doing that dry, and I'm gonna have to do a second coat on it. But actually, you know what? I think just make sure it's not too goopy. I would rather do multiple coats. Yeah, because this paint is weird with how it responds. Like proper fluo, it's almost like boogers. And I don't want it to fill the creases because I need to make sure that they still work, right? So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to add a little bit of this here. Hang in there, wah through it. The true embodiment of orkiness. No, you know what? It can be a real struggle, right? Like, I get that. That, like, yeah, I totally get you there, Limaches. When it gets real bad, it can be hard to think. And it's hard to think of like what you're rationally thinking of, or like identify what you're rationally thinking of and what is, you know, just in the moment. Okay, so what I did is I mixed this up with some, I think it's a livery green. Yeah, livery green. So it's fluorescent paint with livery green. I'm just gonna go in here, let that do its thing there. And again, don't want it to pool too much, so we're just gonna, it's better to do multiple thin coats. It is. Because you don't want it to dry up and clog any of these plasma coils. That's the real thing, is we just don't want it to clog anything up. But that's bright looking. That's bright looking. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. And this one may not have been white enough. May not have had a strong enough undercoat. It looks off. Yeah, this one might just need another. Maybe it's okay. We'll see. See how she goes. Just that. What I really like about doing like the darker armor theme is these plasma weapons just gleam. Let me change the focus so you guys can see it, because all you guys can see is this guy. Well, you know, here. It's like these, like, they're almost white looking. Or if I like put them in the dark, like that's all you see. It's cool. I do really like working on plasma weapons. Nearly bought a new army today. It took the mental fortitude not to do it. Which army? That's my only question. And I think I missed a message from oh no, I already read that one. Okay, cool. I was like, did I miss Mitch's message? Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that I don't jump too all out. Like the Death Guard's a passion project for me. I really love the look of their army, and so you know I very much want to like just keep building more and more. Like whether or not I'm going to use them as an army, these guys are just beautiful, right? Like, I absolutely love their aesthetic. They're hands down the most horrifying aesthetic in terms of the Chaos armies. Like, you know. What is it in I was talking about Lords of Silence yesterday, but like in Lords of Silence, the Death Guard literally described them as monsters, or not the Death Guard. They're described as monsters by like people who live on this one planet. So it's just really cool. Right now, I'm listening to what is it? The Beast Arises, which has been very entertaining. Slow, very slow, but you know the points where it really hits are really good. Actually, Ryan, you did buy an army, Limitches. Heck yeah, you did. High five. What army did you buy, Limitches? Was it Warhammer? Was it Sigmar? Was it 40k? Was it Mantic? Tell me about your new toys. I love talking about that. How long have I been working on these figures? Breach, I It's hard to say. I've actually, behind the scenes, I've kind of been working on these guys for like the last probably month. I've just been painting them slowly outside of stream, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I really want to paint these guys, so I don't mind painting them on stream. Ah, nice Count Vampires. Heck yeah. You made sure to share that with Warlander, right? Because you know Warlander loves the vampires. There was a dude who wanted to share the new box set with Caradron Dwarves and Tzeentch stuff for AOS. Ooh, exciting, exciting. I did not. I should. Oh, yeah. You know he's gonna be super pumped about it. If he drops in later today, maybe you'll still be awake. He dropped by yesterday. Actually, he dropped by yesterday, and just like after he brought in. For those who were not here, I started crying like a baby. I didn't start crying like a baby, but I did start crying. I just wanted to share. I'm not going to cry. I can't cry on demand, but I just wanted to share how much this community does mean to me. What kind of set me off was talking about the absolute well of kindness that this community has, and that, you know, that it means a lot to me. So, just wanted to share with you guys, make sure you all know how much I love all of you. It really hits me hard. So yeah. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna do it. But you can watch the VOD or go through my clips and you will find me crying. Oh, jeez. Yeah, and Warlander is just like, yeah, it happens to me too. I get it. Jeez. Yeah, you guys are just spectacular, all of you. I think the kindness and support that this community has is the kind of kindness that the world needs. Wow, exactly. Oh yeah, I was like bringing up something, Ryan, and then I never actually told you. So, Ryan, do you ever like listen to any of the audiobooks for 40K? Hello, friends. Limich is here, hearing you be awesome from her laptop. Oh, well, hello, friend. Thank you so much for taking care of Limich's right now. She's really in need of, you know, that kind of support right now, and I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to you. I think that's your landlord / roommate. Big, huge thank you. It's landlord, quotation marks. Yeah. So thank you for taking care of our friend. Such a wrong word to use. Yeah. And of course, Minnie is awesome. The audiobooks are great. Okay, cool. So, I know that you like the fantasy stuff. Ryan, have you listened to the 40K stuff? Because let me tell you, there are 2 audiobooks that I need you to read. Ooh, loud. Ah, jeez, yeah, I can see the spikes of the pile driver. Let me close that window. Oh, that makes a huge difference. Perfect. And just go like that again. There we go. Okay. But yeah, so 2 audiobooks that you need to check out, Ryan. You need to check out Prophets of Wa if you haven't already. And if you have the patience for a bit of a bland book sometimes, but okay, Prophets of Wa is the greatest audiobook for orcs I've heard yet, because it takes place from the perspective of orcs. Yes, the Beast. The Beast Arises. Okay, yeah, because it. I'm on book 4. It's so slow on like on political stuff, and it tries to make the politics like really like the focal point of it. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you guys have so much cool stuff going on. Why are we wasting time with my time with this? Like, I want to see these orcs in action because the orcs do the coolest, wildest things in The Beast Arises. Oh my god, it is so good. Just gotta shake up this ink here. All right. Prophets. Yeah. Go check out Prophets of Wa. Because it's like the voice acting is remarkable. There's multiple voice actors. It's more of an audio drama than it is an audiobook. All right. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting some white ink. And now I'm going to add that white ink to the inside of the coils. I need my absolute, like, thinnest brush I can to do that. No, yeah. Yes. Any friend of yours, Limitches, is always going to be welcome here. You know that. Is this nice tipped? Kinda. I don't want to use my nice brushes for this, but like I might have to. Because they've got like some of the finest tips. What else I got in here? What else I got in here? I know I got a bunch of... Here we go. There we go. Let's ruin this brush. We're gonna ruin this brush. Don't let Warlander know. But we're gonna ruin it. Because a brush like this should not be using ink. Psycho is awful anyways. Yeah, thank you. You shouldn't be using tiny brushes, like, ever. Always use big belly brushes instead. You need brushes with big bellies. Okay, so I totally grabbed too much. Psycho is awful anyways. I love that. Yeah, this was kind of like before I was like getting a bit more knowledgeable in my brush game. There we go. And yeah, problem with the brushes is so cheap, it can't hold a big belly. It's, well, there's nothing here to hold a belly, right? Like there is no belly. This is there's a few strands of, like, anything that I use this for besides an ink, it's gonna dry out. And I can already see the ink is ruining the brush. Alright, so I'm gonna go here, we're gonna... Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to wait for that. It can do some nice lines though. Oh, all your brushes are cheap. Oh, you can have cheap brushes that can hold big bellies. Like, look at these. Here, images. These brushes are dirt cheap. These are dirt cheap brushes that I got from Wish. I paint almost all of my minis using brushes from Wish.com. They're all cheap acrylic brushes. No fancy brushes here. Yeah, I still haven't gotten around to fixing that images. Hugs for a bit. Had to drop in. Yeah, no worries, Orc. If you gotta drop out, you gotta drop out, you know? Oh, I can't take proper care of them? Yeah. I mean, I think the hardest thing for me is not losing these bits. Because, like, as long as you have these, you know, you put them back on and then the brush is good, right? But, like, I lose them. I lose them all the time. I don't know if that happens to you, if I'm the only one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's true, Loki. Loki, it's true. Let's see here. So just trying to really get that glow going. Try to make it look like it's super hot in the bottom part. Yeah. What I really like, not about this model, which one is it? It's this one, is that this guy still has like the Imperium little thing on the bottom. So it looks like he looted it off of a body. He's just still been using it anyways, because, you know, it's why would you get rid of it? With the work that I'm doing right now, let's lower that intensity so you guys can actually see the glow effect that I'm doing. Let's see here, because I want no dedicated space. Yep, exactly. I can't remember the last time I watched The Shining. I don't know. I mean, like, would a pencil holder work for you, Images? Come and play with us. Ugh. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like, if you had, like, a pencil holder, as long as you keep these, you should be okay, I think. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, you're going to be getting your new place in June, so once you do that, you can figure everything out, right? You're going to know better than I am. I can't see what your situation is. I have no place to make any comments or recommendations. Yeah, no, yeah. The more stuff you get, the more you end up having to move. So I mean, it might just be worth the wait. This morning I slept in because Ganon got let into the room, which meant that Ganon cuddled up right up beside me. And one of the best advantages of having a big chonky cat, because he's chonky, he's overweight. But he's not unhealthily overweight, but he is overweight. Um, but he's so soft and warm and chonky, and like he's like a pillow. He's like a small pillow. Um, Yeah, I haven't heard any news about Evil GF actually. That's a good point. Things going well with you two? Okay, so this is a lot brighter than that. So let's see here. So I've done this, I've done that. Am I able... Let's see here. Is this the flathead one? It's a flathead one. So I'm going to... Can you dry brush this stuff? I wonder. Oh, I'm going to find out. Yep. Still below Evil Jeff or GF. I've been playing the heist. Doesn't really... Yeah, so that doesn't really work. Let's try it with, like, this one. If I use this, and I just, like, grab all that stuff, and then I just go like that. Do I still leave some of it behind? A little bit. There's not much, like... you know what? I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Oops. Sorry, got back. I need to just do a dab of that. And I need to mix it in with matte medium is what I need to do. And the medium should give more bonding and more... like, it'll change the viscosity. There we go. And now I should be able do that, and then yeah, okay. And maybe just like a hint of this stuff in here too, just to really like try and see how that works out. Let's see here. You know what? Gonna try a different experiment. We're going to fill the entire thing with the white ink. And see how that works out. And then I will highlight the coils. But it's not going to be so much highlighting as it is going to be a dark light. I don't know. You'll see what I mean when my madness is achieved. Because for it to really look like it's glowing, I need the closest parts to the center to look the whitest, and everything else to be the darkest. Yeah, it's quite the adventure that Olimiches is going on. Like, I know there's a lot of hardship to it, but you know, if we were to remove the hardship somehow, it would be really fun. Do I have like a goblin dream maybe I could put into this? Just to really like, because I really need to, I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to do too much to this yet. It's like, how do I... Okay. What would happen if I did this? That is not shaking enough. Okay. Try that again. Oof, no. Not nearly enough. Let's see here. Yeah, it probably would have made more sense to not just add more paint, but to remove some, but okay, that's fine. Alright. Ooh. I like that color. Hello, Pippin Tuck. Or Pippin Took? Is it Took? Is that OOKK? I think it is. And my LGS still carries Reaper. Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited to hear that there, Limitches. Love me some Reaper. Although I can understand that their style just ain't your cup of tea. Totally valid. And what are you up to today, Pippin Took? What brings you here? You look like a new face. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are just having a grand old time. Yeah, is Took Pippin's last name? See, that doesn't look anything like the one that I was using as a reference here. I don't want that to play. I just want it. Come on now. Parentig Took. Ah. There we go. Might be Tooker. Let's see here. Come on, come on. Let me take a look at the thingy. Oh, no. That's not what I want. I want paste and then yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. Zoom in on that. Ah, so I need to be even brighter down here. I see. That's my problem. So maybe what I need to do is if I do just flow improver in white instead of ink. Or what I could do is I could add flow improver to the ink. That would also work. If I do it like that, yeah. Just want it to go as bright as I can without hanging around on the top parts. Okay. All right, you're gonna you head off to bed. Well, you have yourself a wonderful rest of the night there, Limitches. Really, they changed the names? Mellow Messiah. Oh, no. Let's... the only Messiah is the Donut Lord, who is hanging out somewhere digesting his food. Have a lovely night, Limitches. Oh man, yeah, there's nothing but fluff with Tolkien stuff. Let me tell you about how the history of this rock And how many trees are on this mountain? It's like, oh my gosh, Tolkien, relax, please. Please, just calm down. we don't need to know these details. Let's see here. One thing I need to do. Mix that in there. It's insane, and it's so inspiring. I don't know. I think personally that's too much, but there are multiple different types of readers, right? Some people love that stuff. For me, too much. But, you know, for others, they can't get enough of that, and that's wonderful, right? No, and it making you happy is all that it needs to do, right? Like, that's, like I said, you know, for you, it's wonderful and incredible, and that's in itself is a great thing. I'd be very upset if I found out there was another fire. Had a fire not too long ago. Restaurant, tattoo parlor, and hair salon all burnt down. I think the restaurant also doubled as a club. They were doing some renovations. Just tragic. Here we go. Maybe this is what I can do. Maybe if I do this. This is going to be a risk, and it might be worth it. Or it's going to end out in a tragedy. We'll find out. Too wet. What is going on with this brush? There's like... Okay, this brush needs to be washed. Because like dark flakes of paint are coming out of it. Warlander, how's it going? What you need is a magical paintbrush. Could I get someone to do exclamation mark Warlander? This lovely guy is so special, he's got his own command. Yeah, so see this? This is actually like coming out of the dry brush. It's clumps of pigment. So what I'm doing right now is with the non-bladed edge, I'm just dragging it across, trying to pull it out, because that's ruining my dry brushing. Having those pieces of pigment stay in there. I usually wash this off when I'm done using it. I think it's like badger hair or something. Like I am absolutely pulling some of the hairs out of this, but losing a few hairs is not as bad as ruining my paint job every time I use this. Hey, Boo Boo San! Lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well. And I'm just trying to fix up my dry brush before it ruins my paint jobs. Give me a second here. My apologies. It caught me just as I was in a little bit of something there. Boo Boo San, are you doing anything exciting? What's something that you're working on right now? Just while I'm doing this, you tell me what you're doing. What are you up to? There we go. And likewise, Warlander, you feel free to share what you're working on. Obviously, you know that this is a link-friendly channel. Just have to let me know before you post links, so I make sure that my very aggressive Nightbot does not go and delete all of your messages. This dry brush. Not sure how I feel about it. Oh, yeah. Are these... I think these bristles aren't even glued into the brush. I feel like if I'm not careful, I'm going to pull out the entire thing. There we go. Do you want to see? I would love to see. Give me 1 second here, Booba-san. Before you put in any messages, let me just add you as a regulars. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, post away. Alright, so now if I use this, it's not going to go and do things. Oh, it was Twitter. Twitter's on my whitelist, so it's always allowed. Ooh, doing some 3D modeling. That's cool looking. I dig it. It's looking great. There's the base model, working on a composition. Good stuff, good stuff. There we go. See, there's no more like dark bits in my dry brush anymore. Alright, so yeah, so what I'm working on right now is I'm working on these guys' super bright plasma guns. And what's really cool, do I have a flashlight nearby? I do. Is because I'm using a fluorescent light, so I'm going to turn this off here. Check this out. It actually glows. Thick boys! Yeah! So I'm just trying to get a nice looking thing going here. So cool. I love using my fluorescent paints when I get a chance. So plasma weapons bring me great joy. Not enough fluorescent. There we go. So there we go. That should be about the right shade I'm looking for. See, look at that. See, it's still coming out. You can see the little dark flecks. Those literally ruin my paint jobs when they land on a model. So I need my dry brush to not hold onto them so well. So I don't know if maybe just when after I'm done using it, I'm not removing it thoroughly enough. I've never had an issue with that with any other brush before, so I just need to really be on the watch out. Or people, mainly women, use radium, if I'm right, to make things glow. Yeah, radium would be the common thing, but it wasn't just like women. It would, you know, toy manufacturers would use it too. Not just one gender that's doing it. But yeah. Let's see here. Yep. Yeah, radiation sickness. Gotta be careful with that. He got some on his armor. That's okay. Because I'm actually going to have to do some glow effects on these guys. Yeah. Working in the factories and stuff. That would have been, I believe it's close to one of the wars when women were working most of the factories due to what you call it, the draft, the draft making, you know, basically they were the only ones that were in the country left. Women and children. Are you planning to use your minis? No, these guys are gonna be for games. I just like to go all out on them. Yeah, so look at that lather bath. So get that in there. Sudsy. Gotta wash your brushes, guys. Gotta give it a nice little shampoo. Give it a little massage. And evidently, you gotta really just try to go hard on it so you can remove any gosh darn things that are drying up. And look at all those little flakes. You can't see them right now here. Look at all those. Look at all those teeny tiny flakes all over the place. That's from my dry brush holding on to things. So clearly I was being too soft with this brush. But yeah, so there is Boo Boo. There is a game called Grimdark Future that I really like. I'm not really interested in playing Warhammer the game. Like, I'm not really too interested in Warhammer 40k. I don't really like the rules. I think the rules could be better. That is my personal preference, my personal feelings on the matter. So I really like Grimdark Future instead. It just does things in a different way that I really like. For example, like the turn order. It's a little less convoluted in terms of how attacks are made. It's less dice rolling, more playing. There's no templates. I am personally a fan more of... I don't like morale rules in the first place, but I do like the way that they do them. I think the people who do morale rules the best are Mantic. I believe they are great, but scary at the same time. Well, thank you. That is the goal. They should be scary. My gosh, this darn thing just keeps... Just the slightest touch. Slightest touch. Okay. You need to tighten up so that you don't wiggle so much. There we go. Gotta tighten it. See, look at all these. Do you see this? Like, this is... Of course you can't, because I need to change the focus. Shabam! There we go. Like, look at that. See that? Like, that's... Ugh. It just clings to it. Is it because I'm cleaning my brush? Like, I'm trying to make sure that it lasts long, but if I keep using this like this, I'm going to remove all the bristles from it. They're so deep. Yeah, so there's a thing called rules crunch, and the more rules your game has, the crunchier it is. Like, that's what the description is. Typically for games like that. I do not like rules crunch. I want my games to play fast. I just don't like it when my game goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on, where I am spending more time trying to have to remember the rules than I am playing the game. Like if the rules for like something involve like grappling in a game. I'm going to use Dungeons and Dragons as an example, where it's like, all right, first you have to make this contested roll, and then you have to add these modifiers, and you have to do this, and you have to do that, and this and that, and this and that, and like ends up being a whole paragraph or like a half page. I think it's like a half page. Whereas that's in 3rd edition or 3.5, because people correct me every time I call it 3rd edition. But in 5th edition, Dungeons and Dragons, it's like, cool, just make an athletic skill test. The winner, if you initiated the grapple, then you grapple them. If you win, like it's dead simple. I think the hardest part of the game is to limit the game to only meaningful rolls, because like to hit, to wound, to save in 40k, but it just takes so much time. Exactly, Loki. Those are the things. Using grapples as an example, you just made my day, right? Like if you played like an AD&D second edition, grappling. I had one buddy who would just be like, "Yeah, I try to grapple him." And like the DM would just give him this death glare every time. You're just like, are you serious? Like and he was just like this big death glare because it was that big of a deal. It was that big of a hassle. And Loki, that's exactly it. The meaningful roles, right? For example, like rolling to pierce armor and to wound, to me, is excessive. For me personally, like I just like to hit. To hit is a crucial role. I think that's the thing. I also think that while I understand D6s are the dice that are traditionally used in games like this, I think that realistically, if we were wanting to do more with wargaming, I think like D10s would probably be the best bet, right? Because like that way you can have more control of the ranges of what these toughnesses and armor are, right? Like if you really want Terminator armor to be so good, increase the size of the dice, and you're going to have a broader range so that the lower ranges can go even lower, right? DMs had meltdowns back in the day. I feel like defending myself. Oh, no, you're not defending yourself. I'm not attacking anyone. I'm very much like in agreement with you. Oh, I'm too zoomed in. Can I grab them? You should probably just hit them. I'm not ready for this. In games where I can't defend myself, I feel like the game is unfair for some reason. Oh, defending yourself in the game. Yeah, that's... Yeah. No. I see what you mean. So you're saying in games where I can't defend myself, I feel like the game is unfair for some reason. Okay, I see. I don't know. I mean, like, the thing for me for like armor rolls or armor saves is you're not actually defending yourself, right? Like it's just another variable that got added into the game, and I feel like it's not one that's necessary. In what was it? In GURPS, they had active rolls for like parrying and dodging and stuff like that. And it was a little faster. But it also still slowed the game down, which was a huge like discredit to the intention of it being something cool and fun. Like, yeah, in this game you can parry, or you could deflect, or you can dodge. Like there were like 3 different options you had to defend yourself. But yeah, no, like grappling in old D&D was just the absolute worst experience I've had in gaming. It's like, really, can't we just like groan? The last variation of Warhammer 40k Apocalypse uses D12s. See, I like that. Now, collecting that many D12s, a little tricky, because you probably have to purchase a bunch of RPG dice, but, if there's a demand, like, because I use D10s as an example, because I know for a fact you can buy, a box of D10s, right? Anything higher than that and you probably have to buy sets and sets of RPG dice, which is not really wonderful. Unless like you're going and buying like from bulk manufacturers overseas. Which is, again, kind of a drag because of wait time. You don't. My whole point is like I want games to be fast. I don't want to be like sitting there and going, oh yes, 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 yes. You know. I like the system for first version of Fantasy RP where you roll opposed attacks, and if you win the opposed roll, you damage your opponent and get a bonus up to the max of 3 bonuses representing the model overcoming the opponent and taking the edge of combat. Yeah, something like that's cool. I'm not opposed to that. It's just like when there's more rolling and like they're like, yeah, no, like I don't know. I think that personally, I feel that, and this has probably changed. I'm not gonna say that the game has stayed the same for like the last 10 years, but I feel like when I was last playing Warhammer 40k, it felt like the fun of the game was rolling big pools of d6s, like just rolling hundreds of d6s, and I'm just like, this isn't fun. You know, like I was excited when it was like, all right, cool, we're going into combat, and then okay, I have to roll to attack. Okay, yeah. Ah, sweet, I got like 10 hits, and it's like, okay, now I roll for this, and now I roll for this, and now I roll for this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to kill you. Like in the game, that's all I want to do. I don't want to roll a bajillion dice. But if there's less rolling, combat moves swifter, right? And then it turns more into tactics, and that's what I like. All my games are D12 based. You can buy them on Amazon and other places. Group for 5, 10. Oh, that's fantastic, Warlander. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, D12s are a nice dice. They're not so many options on them that it's overwhelming for some people. Not to say that people find a D20 or D12 to be overwhelming, but just like, you know, it's a nice gradient. I feel like it's like the perfect size. I was wanting to do a 5e SRD based skirmish game, actually, to make it so that like there was basically an alternative rule set for mass combat, where the game plays more like a skirmish. I thought that was something that could be potentially cool. Burrows and Badgers uses a polyhedral system. I don't see that often in wargaming. Yeah. So like, hiccups. D12 is great. It's a floating 2d6 and it has a. So I think that 2d6 versus D12 doesn't get utilized for their strengths often enough, because with 2d6 you're going to see more numbers within that middle range than you are going to see with, say, a d12, because like getting a 12 in 2d6 is actually harder than getting it with a d12, due to the variables, because you're with a d12 it's a 1 out of 12, but out of 2d6 it's, I can't remember the exact numbers. I believe it is closer to 1 in 24, I think, because you have, or maybe it's just 1 out of 12. I don't think it is. I'd have to do a full grid, But the more dice that you get, and the higher numbers, like forget reaching the max, it becomes more and more close to, you know, absurd numbers of the chances. Let's see here. So I need to retouch up some of these here now that I've got like this metallic on my palette again. Before I, you know, gotta make them shiny before I make them dirty. It might be that you don't see those weird numbers until you go into 3 dice, but you know, it's just it's fascinating. But yeah, with a 2d6, you have a much higher chance of getting something like a 6 or a 7 than you do out of a 1d12. Because the more sides allow for a better minimum maximum range. Not really, Loki. With a 1d12, you statistically have an equal chance of getting every side of the dice. With 2d6, it's impossible to get a 1. It's not possible. And the numbers of, I think it's 5, 6, and 7 are going to be the most recurring numbers, due to the fact that each dice has a 1 in 6 chance of getting some of those numbers. So you can get a 6 and a 1 and you get a 7. You can get a 3 and a 4 and you can get a 7. Likewise, the other dice have equally high chance. Okay, yeah. It just, when you say stable, it sounds like you mean chance to get numbers rather than the middle range. I misunderstood. So my apologies for my misunderstanding. I don't know if it... I don't know if I would call it better chance of getting a better output. You definitely have a better chance of getting a medium output. Like you have a lower chance of getting a catastrophic failure. Yeah, in the end, it doesn't really matter. I get what you mean. I understand. Spelling today is hard. Speaking is hard. Existing is hard. Waking up on time to stream is hard. Oh, what time is it, speaking of? Okay, good. It's only 2. Yeah, I thought the idea of doing like a little D&D based skirmish game or like a war game could be fun. My idea is that like you could build up armies based off of like alignments, like actually make alignments matter. You know, so maybe like the hobgoblins and mind flayers have allied up because they're both lawful evil. I have not played Relic Blade. OMG? OMG which, Warlander? What is OMG? I mean, in fairness, like literally, Warhammer Fantasy Battles was exactly what I'm describing. Except like not with modern D&D, but with the OG D&D, where the only alignments were good, chaos, and law. It's all good, man. I wonder how many people realize that Warhammer Fantasy is entirely inspired by Dungeons and Dragons. Considering that they were the Games Workshop was the UK distributor for Dungeons and Dragons back in the 80s, and White Dwarf originally published D&D material. Not that Games Workshop will ever admit that on their website. If you go look at their history about us, they completely exclude that. Which I think is a little obnoxious. Low model count fantasy skirmish game akin to Twisted. It's a new game. I have not heard of Twisted either. Hire you to promote the entire realm of forgotten games. Dude, Warlander knows just about everything. Like, I'm convinced that Warlander is, like, multiple people. I feel like since I want this one to be, like, a hero, you know, we'll actually do the full trim for this guy. Because I want this one to be special. Actually use this one as a hero. I mean, it's true though. If I ever wanted to find a hype man and hire them, there's no one else I'd go to except for Warlander. Or at least I would go to Warlander first. You can have two hype people, but you know. Point being, Warlander is hype. I am living with that constant banging every single day, Loki. Every single day. And it is so much louder than what you guys are hearing. I have the gain on my microphone set to 1 out of 100. The microphone is like maybe a foot away from my face. I just thought it was industrial music. I see the joke there. Industrial. Ha 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 ha. Any idea how much longer you'll have to deal with it? Hey, no worries. It's all good. No need to apologize to me ever. Like, don't apologize to me. You guys are all good. How long will I have to deal with it for? I don't know. Forever? Till the day I die? It's pretty brutal, eh? Like, it makes me think that I might have to change my schedule for streaming. They don't do it on Saturdays anymore. Anymore is what I have to clarify. They used to do it on Saturdays. Not anymore, though. So I might have to do my streams on Saturday and Sunday. My time. Just to avoid it. Because it drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely bonkers. I must have missed something here. What do you apologize for? Why are you... Oh, you apologize for everything. Okay, I see. I would bug you if I could. That's seriously horrible. Oh, hug me. I read that as bug. Yeah, no, it's really bad. Would not wish that on my mortal enemy. What is it? So, hey, Megapedia! Whoa! Whoa! We got the one and only Megapedia here! Good day to you. Yeah, so they are doing construction for a high-rise. And so what that sound is a... Let's see here. Let me estimate the height. So they have a pile driver that looks like it's about 17, maybe 15 or 12 stories high, and they are ramming massive pillars into the ground that are as wide as a car is long. And it's literally a giant hammer. And I deal with this every day. It shakes my house. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have to read some of the messages in just a second here. I'm just trying to make sure this guy's all purdy. I really like this model. I mean, I like all of my Death Guard models, let's be real, but this one's like one of the ones I really like. I'm kind of a sucker for my Death Guard. Like, I went online and I bought extra bits just so that I could, like, take the bits left over in my Death Guard box of, like, Plague Marines and build them in other styles. I love Death Guard. Don't be mistaken. I love them. All right. So I saw Warlander talking about some game, some retro game. Let's see here. Let's move this. Would not wish that on a mortal enemy. But on your immortal enemies? Okay. Hope you're doing wicked. So you've a long way to go before they're done. Yeah, it's rough. Here, let's turn up the music a bit so you guys don't have to hear it so much. There we go. I do say we shall declare war on Canadian construction for ruining mellow times. Oh my gosh. Always, you have a wicked, awesome day. Oh, thank you. Oh no, that was to Warlander. I'm hoping to finally paint your first Warhammer mini. Ooh, Breach, what did you get? I look forward to hearing about it. Head is hurting from what's coming through the stream. Yeah, no, it looks like they stopped just now. They take breaks, and then they go and they do it again. Let's see here. Let's see here. What do we got on this guy? Ah, yes, this guy has this one that I keep missing. But what are you up to today, Meg? You working on anything cool today? You streaming today? Am I even in focus? Yeah, kind of. No one tells me when I'm out of focus. And I'm like, guys, you can't see what I'm doing. I guess it's not so bad. That just means people are here to hang out more than watch painting. And you know what? That is an acceptable way to hang out in the stream. There's no wrong way to spend time here. Oh, there probably are. Yeah, I could list them off, but I'm not going to. Because those ways result in getting banned. Haven't had to do it yet, though, luckily. You know me, I was just propositioning everyone into games they've yet to find, like Tinder and a guy from Resident Evil 4 at the same time. Oh, goodness. Yeah, good old Banhammer. It's the final resort, but, you know. It's there. It's a tool. Ooh, this is a moody song. I like this one. Oh! Warlander. Next time that you're streaming and Lynn Mitches is in stream, be sure to ask her what her new army is. She just purchased a new Warhammer Fantasy army, and I think you will be very excited to find out what she got. Yeah, I got a box to start collecting. Sylvaneth, the Lady Orlander, and a box of Tyranid Hormagaunts. Ooh. So you went all over the place. Yeah, the Hormagaunts look really nice. I like them. Gonna get and make his Tzeentch demons. Yeah. Brimstone pixies. That's a great way of describing Tzeentch. I like it. I approve. Let's see here. I mean, like, the thing is, I could probably, like, just, like, call these guys done, and, you know. There's a lot of details, but I love all these details. I really do. But I acknowledge that, you know, I could put these on a table, and I don't think anyone would say that I'm, you know, give me a hard time. Who am I kidding? I know the community at the tables. Someone would give me a hard time. They'd be like, "You're not finished painting it." I'm like, "Well, it's mine. Deal with it. Take that." Ha. Jeez. That's why I prefer the painting aspect of the hobby. Oh man, I didn't finish these bells. Let's see, what time is it? It's 2:10. Oh, good. It's only been 10 minutes. Who says time goes by when you're having fun? Ooh, Ogre Kingdom's army. Over 70 ogres? Oh my god. A Lady Orlander is my favorite looking model. Still have 20-some gun dwarves to get done. Dragging my teeth. every single model is exactly the same. Oh, Loki, I can't stand it when models are all the same. That's why I love all of these Death Guard. No two of my Death Guard look the same. I mean, you know, if you step back and you look at them as a horde, yeah, maybe they'll look, you know, similar, but they've got a similar aesthetic. But you know, every single one of these is different, and I just adore them for that. There's a really funny meme, and it's like any other. Yeah, here, let me see if I can just post it. I have to grab this meme. It's my absolute favorite. Where did I put it? Did I put it in Miniature Talk? Yeah, I did. Yeah, they blend together because of an aesthetic, right? This is one of my favorite memes. Here, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab some water. I'll be right back. I'll let you guys look at my stinky boys all together. We're just gonna yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Water. H2O. Let's see. Yeah, but now they're giving Thousand something some love too. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Started this army in 2016. He started Warlander and only now getting back to this, finding it in a box. Oh, awesome. God, I love this little comic. Games Workshop, who's your favorite? Sweetie, I love you all equally. It's you, and by a lot. Stretch. Okay. Back to finding brassy bits. All the little decals and stuff. Let's see here. I mean, this one's got like a thing there. I could probably paint that. But yes, I have seen that Thousand Suns is getting more love now, which I'm really happy for Mylule on that, because I know that is her army of choice. There we go. I wonder when the Termagants and Hormagaunts are finally going to get upgraded. It's not a bad sprue. It's the same sprue that they've been using since, like, I think, what is it, like 2008 or something like that? 2002, I think, maybe? They're old. They're like the start of plastic old. Ah, here we go. Yeah, Warlander, you got a lot of boxes of minis. You got boxes and boxes. Oodles of noodles, if you would. A few. Warlock's Quill! Can somebody do exclamation mark Warlock's Quill? If not, I can do it. Since been ages. Yeah, I kind of like have been really bad at. Hi, Ganon. I've been really bad at like streaming. To you too, Ganon. Oh my gosh! It's Little Donut Lord. Yeah. Hello, Ganon. Yeah. Ba-ba-ba. Hey, buddy. Little cutie. Meow. You little cutie. Wow. Warlock's Quill. Don't blame yourself. I've been busy. No. Okay, not including this week, but like the last 2 weeks, I think I only streamed like 3 times. I was not on very often, so it was a bit of a return for me. Got Ganon hair all everywhere now. Hiccups. What was I gonna say? Oh, Warlock's Quill. You missed me breaking down crying yesterday. It wasn't that bad. It was just like some sniffles, and I had to like excuse myself because I couldn't see out of my eyes anymore because they were leaking too much. But yeah, no. I was just talking about the community and like, you know, the kindness of everybody here. And I mentioned that like whenever like anyone sends anything to me and they leave like a handwritten note, like I hold on to all of them because, you know, those I cherish those, like, because I never want to forget the extent of this community's kindness. And so I started crying. I clipped it. I clipped the beginning of it. It went on a bit longer than that, but when I was clipping it, I started crying again. So I'm just a big softie. Oh, whoops. Not crying this time, just a little sniffly. But yes. Bit of a softie, you could say, for sure. Okay, I don't like how this color looks. This color is poo-poo. I'm gonna redo it. Gonna keep it consistent. Oh, and this one, okay, well, we're gonna wipe off the excess here. We like the Verdigris, but this one's too bleh. Go like this. Oh no. Oh, you're heading off to bed? Well, you have yourself a wonderful rest of the night, Loki. And we'll see you around. Enjoy your time off, eh? You know, sometimes I look at the models and, like, you know, in this case, they clearly use an actual human head for their grenade. But, like, this one doesn't look like it's an actual human head as much as they're just like, I feel like getting artsy. And, you know, they're like, yeah, you know, what do I feel like drawing? I'm really good at sculpting skulls. It's always skulls with 40K. Skulls everything. Skulls everywhere. Like, yeah, you know, we're just gonna make a happy skull here. It's like, man, you guys got like a one-track mind. There's one aesthetic, and it seems to exist all across anything that is human-ish. I still don't know how I want to do the 3 skulls for those logos, but I know I want to do brass around it. I can hear you, just won't be able to type. Okay, yeah, no worries. I love this song because the panpipe, it just world needs more panpipe. It's a nice song. It's nice and relaxing. I am until Tuesday. Ooh, you got work already, eh? Got cleaned up, really had head stress. Oh, you got a lurk, Meg? Sounds good. You have a lovely lurk. Hey, Warlock Squid, what are you working on today? Anything exciting? Anything new and cool? Got his thing. I should probably do these 3 dots as their little heraldry thing. You can see this guy needs some. I was about to launch City Skylines, but I think I'm gonna take out your paintbrushes instead. Ooh, gaming. Gaming and painting. What are you painting? The music of your stream is so nice. It's good for sculpting. I try to make the most relaxing environment I really can, you know? I actually put a lot of effort to try and curating a good, like, playlist that won't get me in trouble. Clay and tried your hand at sculpting a tiny door, like a little fairy. It needs paint now. Oh, I like that. That's super cute. this up. He's got a little dangly on his sword. Look at it, just like all these little tiniest details, eh? I love them. Love them, love them, love them. Make sure I do the other end. Oop. What about this guy? Little thing there. You got some goop coming out of you. Not seeing anything on your knees or your shoulders. I'd probably touch this up a little bit. One thing I will say that I'm really enjoying is it's raining today. The sound of like the pitter patter on the window just really keeps me calm. If it's like a cloudy day, like I'll be a little bit moody, but if it's like raining, just love it. Couldn't tell you why. I don't know, maybe it's that whole fact that like I'm safe in shelter. That whole like, good, we're dry, we're not gonna get hypothermia. Yeah. Oh, I got some flowers the other day. Got these cute little purple flowers from the flower shop next door. I am unsure what kind of flower they are. I am unsure if they are shade flowers. I think that I need to keep them in the shade. I think that they are not direct sunlight flowers. You know, that's an important detail. It will be the difference on if your flowers die or live. But from what I can tell, they appear to be moderate sun, mostly shade flowers. Burn might need to consult her on it. Hey, Clavicus! Lovely to see you! Nope, not Monster Flower once. Oh, I've fallen behind in chat. Good for sculpting. Fairy door. I want to make a few and install them randomly in the park. Oh, I love it when people make fairy doors like that. I want kids in summer camps to wonder if they're actual fairies. For the adults, go, where do these tiny doors come from? I love that. I love it when people do fairy doors like that, especially if you just put them out in like parks or basically just parks, yeah, or like little hiking trails. Been pretty windy, cold and rainy here. Yeah, it's been really cold lately, Warlander. I'm not surprised to hear that you're experiencing basically the same weather. It's been kind of miserable this last week, but I don't know, the making it rain. Not like I made it rain, but the fact that it's raining makes it more enjoyable for me. I couldn't tell you why. It just is for me. You gotta go. You have yourself a wonderful rest of the day there, Boo. After a week of amazing weather, yeah, it was really Mellow Minis makes it rain. I wish. Yeah, no, we had some really nice weather for a while, and like just lots of sunshine, and then it just immediately felt like it was kind of like winter again. Ooh, okay, this one's got some nice little decals here. I'll paint those up. Rainy minis. Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time with the sun. I burn super easily, and so a childhood of being mostly summer and associating it with weather that's like 40 some degrees. I am not terribly a fan of intense heat. I don't think that's going to be a surprise to anyone, when like I get, I'm actually extra vulnerable to heat exhaustion though, too. That's also a thing. I'm vulnerable to heat exhaustion and heat stroke. I am too damn pale. Like, I mean, here we go. Like, let's show this, right? Like that's how white I am. Like, this is actually a pretty accurate color. Like, I am ghostly. So, and I don't tan. I do not have albinism. Though, having met people who do have albinism, I have found out I am about the same level of pigment as them, which is a little concerning. Go. Yeah. Exactly. I see the hammering is returned. I can turn up the music so you guys don't have to hear it quite as much. Just let me know. I know for some people they can't hear it very much, but some people can hear it quite well. Personally, I can feel it. Jeez. Yeah, it's real bad. I have been meeting here. I have a meeting here, so I'll be lurking. Hey, no worries, Warlander. You have a wonderful meeting. I hope things go well. And enjoy yourself, eh? It's only 2:30. Who says time has to go by because you're having fun? Hey? All right, so I think that's that bit. Let's give him a little bit more brassy love. Oh, hey, no worries for the lurk there, Virtually Idiotic. It's all good. Have a good work. Alright. I think I want to start the maggots. So for the maggots, I'm going to do... What color do I want to do my maggots? I kind of want to make them like... Was I using a leather white before? I think I may have. Yeah, I think this is a nice little color. It's like a grayish white. Magenta maggots. I will pass. But I appreciate the recommendation. Oh, Gannon, you're just sleepy. Oh my gosh, my kitty. I love you. Okay. Grege. Yeah, it's like a gray beige. Ugh, I cannot stand it, beige. Actually, I would say this is kind of like an eggshell almost color. So let's get some on the brush and just do a quick peruse for some maggots. Do you, sir, have any maggots? You do not. Who has maggots? Sir, do you have maggots? Do you have an infestation? No. Okay, where's the guy that's got like them literally crawling out of his eye? Here we go. Butt crab has maggots. Yes, yes, he does. Yeah, this guy's covered in them. Yeah, these ones. Yeah. It's all good, yo. It's all good. Yeah, there's a couple other that have them crawling on and out of them. So I just want to make sure that I get them taken care of. That's one of the things I really like about this color scheme, is that these guys just really pop. There's no missing them. Although these ones are a little too white. Put a wash on them. Probably just like a flesh wash or a flesh tone wash, and try to get them a little more just less intense like that. Because right now they're kind of jarring. I was thinking about it since you were mentioning it a while back there, Warlock's Quill, just having a little notebook holder for all of your wonderful, wonderful notebooks. And just thinking about it made me really want to get like a notebook holder for all those lovely notebooks you sent. So when you do design one, please be sure to let me know, because I will eat that up. I will order one. Actually, since I have a game coming up, I ended up buying a fancy pencil. I have never spent $20 on a pencil before, but I did for this one because I really wanted it to have a finer lead point, and I wanted to have like a nice pencil to make note taking just to be a little bit easier. So I went and got like a Japanese pencil. It's very nice, very nice. Because the thing is, like, I actually have terrible handwriting. It's very cramped. So having something that's a finer lead point makes my writing more easy to read. But if it's something like even like a 0.7 millimeter, it really makes my handwriting difficult to read. Dude is just covered in maggots. Nasty. Fancy $20 pencil. It's fancy for me. When I design one, I will let you know. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It's really nice. It's this one right here. So it's got a little bit of heft from it. It's a Kurotaga from Uni. So I don't know if that's like a Japanese expansion of their brand. I have no idea what that is. I never noticed it before. It's like ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Could probably even go with like a thinner lead point. This one's just 0.5. Yeah, it's hefty. It's got a nice like weight. Like all the weight is concentrated right here. So this part's really light, and it's just, yeah, I really enjoy it. Okay. Does anyone else? Is that the only guy that's got like maggots on him? Surely that's not the only guy with maggots on him. No, what time is it? It's 2:46. Okay. Oh, I missed a brassy bit. Yep, I missed a brassy bit on this one too. I missed a few brassy bits. I should paint them black first because that will make them look, their sheen, more reflective. But I know I'm supposed to do it, but I'm saying nah. I gotta pick your battles. For little tiny bits like this, the difference isn't going to be noticeable enough. Controversial point. I never understand how many people will say a firearm feels good because it's heavy. But I do feel the same with a pencil. So with firearms, actually, I can answer to an extent with this, like just like from a hunter's perspective. If a gun is heavier, it's more steady, because the kickback is going to be less intense. Mind you, it's a little bit more taxing to carry around, but it will have a better impact with the kickback. That's about the extent of my knowledge with guns. Used to go do target practicing with my grandfather, or like tried going hunting once. I almost got a grouse. That was about it. Nothing too crazy. Yeah. Yeah, because the kickback can be quite painful if you're not anticipating it. If you're not prepared, like if you're not holding your firearm really uptight against you. But giving it that extra heft means by having the extra mass, it's a little harder for it to push back quite as much. Now, mind you, that still means there's more mass for it to hit you with, but it should reduce the overall shock aspect of it. How much? I don't know. I've only dealt with like hunting guns, right? So, because I'm Canadian, handguns scare me. They do. They scare me. No one need a handgun. Handguns are meant for killing people, not for hunting. Yay, Canada, exactly. It horrifies me. It really does. I'm just like, no, I don't, no. And, and then people say, well, I needed to protect myself. I'm just like, from who? Like other people with guns. And I'm like, that's just adding more to the problem. I tried having a conversation with another streamer about the subject. And he's like, I feel more comfortable when there's a person with a gun. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you feel more comfortable? Like, I feel like horrified. If there was a person who had like a pistol in a Starbucks, I would be absolutely horrified. He's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm protected. I'm like, who's to say he's gonna protect you? He's got a gun. Scary. Every time I go to the US, I always have a terrifying moment when I'll be in the middle of town enjoying my day and suddenly realize that there's most probably at least a couple people with guns around me. Absolutely. Yeah, it's ugh. No, thank you. No guns. Don't go waving your guns around. Ugh. And like the whole idea that it's going to protect you is just ludicrous. Like, never once have I heard any instances of like a tragedy being saved by the lone, like ended by the lone civilian who happened to be carrying a firearm on them. It's a ludicrous idea. Not that I would like someone to try and bring up some examples. That's not an invitation to. I'm very much opposed to the idea of it, and that's not inviting discussion. Just in case anyone's listening and is like, "Oh, well, actually, I don't. I like living in my country that is mostly gun free." No one's gonna convince me otherwise. Let's see here. Let's grab my Pro Acryl. Ooh, you know what? Maybe these would have been a nicer color. It's like a... That's right, I've got these. What do we got here? I've got... Oh, that would be a nice one, actually. Okay, I might consider using my bright warm gray instead, but... You know what? Okay, you know what? There's only... It only turned out that there was 2 dudes with gross wormies on them. So let's go grab those. There we go. No, that's not him. Yeah, no, it's horrifying. Like, it's... yeah, no, it's a scary subject. It's not like there's any happy endings involving guns. They don't save people. If Canada wasn't so cold, I would try to convince my wife to move up there. Yeah. Hey, no, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. You didn't do anything wrong. It was just an open discussion, and you know, we had a fascinating conversation. Oh, so here's a subject change. Are you familiar with Grim Hollow, Warlock School? So my DM, I was talking with him about Grim Hollow, because I would like to explore the possibility that because my tiefling is so opposed to, you know, fiends and hell and all that other stuff, they're a descendant of Zariel. They're the Zariel subgroup of tiefling, so like actual bloodline related to the big boss of the campaign, which I thought could be really cool. I was like, well, what if we explore the possibility of like them actually transforming into a devil using these rule sets? You backed their Kickstarter? Ah, it's so good. Yeah, the monster one, right? Yeah. So there's a player's handbook and a campaign, and now they just made a monsters book. And it's so cool. It's super, super cool. 256. I'm not ready to be done yet. I want to keep painting. I want to keep painting out. Yeah, so it's just a really cool. It's a very dark fantasy game, is what it is. Like dark fantasy is 100% like absolutely what their goal is, their aesthetic, and they explore like the idea of like being transformed into something maybe foul. They also have transformation rules for like transforming into an angel, and like that's kind of neat. But come on, we all want the story where the hero has survived too long and turns into a villain, right? Like that's am I the only one? Maybe I'm the only one. Because I've always liked that like concept of like when you live long enough to become the villain. So my hope, and like it doesn't matter if I never reach this, but my hope is that when it comes to the final confrontation and we win, um, my character is like full blown devil at that by that point, and is like deciding if they take the place as the ruler of Avernus. Um, because right now their values is that they slay monsters to become like to protect the world, like to make the world a safer place. But I want it to transition to I am the monster that kills other monsters, and just like ooh, because like um in D&D, right? Like the history of the devils is they were all celestials. They were all celestials that had to embrace a form of dark tactics and like kind of evil in order to fight the devils, or not devils, the demons. And it was that transitioned them into becoming the devils. So the idea that this character ends up, having to embrace this dark side of them in order to fight off evil, only to become the thing that they detest. I really like the concept of that as a character, and I want to explore it. The transformation bit is what you wanted? Nice, 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 nice. If anyone's familiar with the series Dragon's Dogma, that something similar to that happens. I won't go into too much spoilers, but that's very much a theme within Dragon's Dogma. Well, guys, it is that time of day. I am going to have to end the stream. So, does anyone have any recommendations on who they would like us to raid today? I'm open to any suggestions. But it is that time of day that we say farewell for now. Shiro Senpai is on. No worries. You have yourself a wonderful rest of the day, Breach. As far as cold in Canada, just as a heads up, San Francisco gets colder than Vancouver. Just so you know. So there are options. Not everywhere in Canada is freezing cold. We very rarely reach temperatures where water can actually freeze and form snow. Eefy is on too. Okay. Well, let's get a couple more of these tubes gray. I more or less just have to kind of like prep for work, check the mail, being a boring adult, you know. Yeah, there we go. We're starting to see some additional colors, things to put into perspective that it's just the armor is actually a really dark color. But I'm gonna shade the thing as well. God, I really love those Pro Acryl paints. Maybe if I'm lucky, you can get a partnership. I love that discount. That's really all I want. It's just the discount. Show people how awesome they are by hopefully doing cool things with them. Who knows? But let's take a look here. So Shiro and Eevee. I haven't rated Shiro for a while. Directory, following, live. Just jump straight to that page rather than going through the front page is nonsense. I always want to raid like Matt Colville, just like say hi, but oh my gosh, like he already has like, he's always in the hundreds or thousands. Let's see. You said Shiro is on? I don't see him. Oh, there we go. Not only two people anymore. Let's see. There's him and there's Eefy. Eevee's got only a couple people on. Let's go say who else have we got? I do see Sinister Grackle is on. And I haven't rated Sinister before. And Sinister's rated me. So let's go I'm just gonna take a peek here. Let's take a look. It might be fun, but I don't know. I just like it's not like anyone's gonna notice. Besides, I would rather raid someone who the numbers aren't too high right now. You know, just give them some friends to hang out with. Sinister Grackle is a nice person too, from what I recall. Let's see here. What do we got? Diorama Thursdays, Burnt Out Silos, a fabulous diorama. Grot Mechs Orcs. I'm not seeing. Oh, the ad ended, but I don't get to see the stream. Come on. God, don't blast me with another ad. Oh, they're not on. They logged off. Okay. Refresh. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, let's just go say hi to Shiro. Shiro is a good dude. Oh, Ganon, you're so tired. Big yawns, big stretches. Oh, lovely little kitty. Get hit with an ad again. Oh, 59. Just got a huge raid. Okay. I'm going to cancel that. Shiro just got a massive raid. Okay, let's go over to Eevee. We're going to go hang out with Eevee. There we go. Good on Shiro. He just got raided with like 50 people. All right, everybody. We're gonna say goodnight for now. Oh, that is a beautiful looking painting that Eefy is working on. I'm looking forward to this. More chill vibes. All right, everyone. You have a wonderful rest of the day. For those who it applies to, have a wonderful rest of the night. And take care.